Something I feel is worth talking about because there are a lot of religious people out there. I'm not advocating for the Hindu religion, but there's something from that religion I find really cool. I think it's applicable across the board, and you should hear this. There are four paths. Some say three, some call it four. And that's because the fourth path is a bit experimental, I guess. But I'll say it, I barely know about this subject, but it's the four yogas. One of the yogas is called karma. We've all heard of karma. This is the path of action, doing good for others. That's admirable, isn't it? Doing good for others. Okay, so this is karma. You're cleaning the dishes when nobody knows. You don't tell anybody that you cleaned the dishes. So you're not doing it for admiration or whatever, like, oh, he's so great, he cleaned the dishes. You're not doing it for that reason. You're just cleaning the dishes because someone needs to do it. That's a purely good, action to help out the family or whatever. So that's karma. There's another yoga that is the path of devotion. The way I think of it, um, I could be a little off, but I think this is going to be the person that really gets into the ceremony of religion. The in the Christian world, the Catholics are very into ceremony. I think the Orthodox have a bit of ceremony too, because they're old. They're old. It's an old church. Catholics and the Orthodox. So there's that. There's devotion, um, and then and then there's action. Then there's the path of knowledge. Now this one is clearly the path that I like, and this is, well, knowledge. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I love religion. I love to compare them like I'm doing now. Something I learned from this religion, I'm sharing with people of that religion. That's knowledge. That's a certain path. I think that's called the Jana yoga. Now, and by the way, these people are known in Hindu. They're not that interested in the gods. The gods, because they understand that it's just Maya. It's just illusion anyway. These people, the path of knowledge, people don't really care for the gods very much. Now that makes sense to me. Like in Buddhism, which I love Buddhism. I don't follow Hindu so much, but Buddhism I really follow and I love it. And I don't care about the gods. I don't care. I've been around people who, that's their thing. Like, okay, cool. Green Tara, red Tara, and all that. Okay, cool. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't. Um, and then the fourth path is he 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 called it experimental. It's where you're experimenting on yourself, like you're the guinea pig, I guess. But this is the path of meditation. So I can't really explain that one that well. I'm actually new to this one. Meditate. I'm not new to meditation, but I didn't know that it was a fourth path and it's regarded as experimentation. So this is something I want to research some more, but I guess that would be meditation. I guess this would be the people that are deeply involved with prayer, always praying. I'm not really sure. I'm not that sure because the East and the West, our religions, they're not the same thing. They're not the same thing. People want to say, "Oh, they're all the same thing." they're not the same thing. They're really focused on quite different things when you compare Buddhism to Christianity, for instance. Buddhism is so internal, it's so self help oriented, where Christianity is not. It's not. I mean, it be good to other people, but beyond that, it's not a deep amount of self knowledge where Buddhism is. It's a deep amount of self knowledge. It's really self oriented, as far as I can tell. So yeah, the four paths, the four yogas. There are other Sanskrit words for this. The path of the four. I don't know. Now I'm showing my ignorance, but the four paths of the Hindu faith. I love it because it's open to how our personalities are different. Not everybody's an intellectual. I mean, that's very clear. Not everybody's an intellectual. Cool. And it doesn't make an intellectual want to put them down unless you're going the wrong direction in your path. If you're going the right direction in the path of knowledge, you don't go that way. You don't go where you're judging other people for not being intellectuals. That would be stupid. It would be like the man of action, you know, putting other people down because they're not men of action. Well, that's dumb because we need all kinds. We need Nikola Tesla. Maybe not a man of action so much. He's more up in here. He's a man of knowledge. Nikola Tesla, you know, designs, and the man of action builds. He builds it. He builds the dam with electricity. Westinghouse. Maybe he wasn't an intellectual. I don't know. Where Nikola Tesla probably was more of an intellectual. This is religion, but as you can see, I'm applying it to other areas in the world. I think art making is certainly applicable. I've always thought of being an artist as something similar to being a monk. Yeah. So thanks for listening. The four paths of Hindu.